What's up guys, shinyhunterzach here, back with another opening on the Pokemon trading card game online. Today I have 138 packs to open up over 4 parts, so the first 3 are going to have 34, and the last one is going to be like a booster box of 36 packs. So unfortunately I'm having to record post commentary over this first opening because my audio and video got out of sync somewhere in the process of either rendering it on Camtasia or uploading it to YouTube, and some of you saw that. I apologize for that, but the other parts I have checked out and they should be fine and perfectly in sync. So as you can see here, if you've played the Pokemon trading card game online at all, or if you've seen any videos, they have changed the layout of it pretty recently, and that will become even more apparent when I upload a battle, hopefully sometime in the near future. But for now, let's go ahead and get into this opening. Especially in this first part, it's a little unfortunate, but some of these cards are going to take a while to load. This is back when the X and Y update had just come out, and some of the cards were having a bit of trouble loading, and they were just being replaced by that little template card with Pokemon Trading Card Online on it. But not too much there. We did get a Professor Sycamore and a Team Flare Grunt. But this is where it starts to kick off. Here we have a Xerneas EX. That's going to be an interesting card in Fairy decks. And we also have Double Colorless Energy, Rainbow Energy, and Professor's Letter. Now, Rainbow Energy counts for any energy, but when you attach it to a Pokemon, it takes 10 damage. And Professor's Letter is like Energy Search times 2. You search your deck for 2 basic energy and put them into your hand. Here we have no trainers or anything, kind of subpar, a couple energy. They didn't put foil energy into these sets, which is a bit unfortunate. Here we have a couple of rare Veltals, one reverse, one rare. Its first attack, Oblivion Wing, does 30 for 1 Dark Energy, and you can attach a Dark Energy to one of your bench Pokemon from the discard pile. Here we have 3 energy in 1 pack, which you're probably never going to see in real life, and if you do get that, you should feel kind of gypped. But we do have a Professor Sycamore, which is the exact same as Professor Juniper, but renamed for the new format. Here we have a really nice pull in that beautiful Xerneas EX full art. If you watched my booster box openings, you should know that I did pull one of those in, I believe, part 4. So if you haven't seen that, you can go check that out. Next, we have a nice Raichu reverse. Its attack, Circle Circuit, for 2 colorless energy, does 20 damage times the number of benched Pokemon you have in play. So I believe it can do up to 100. And if you can get, I think you need all of them. If you can get a full bench and use that attack, then Yveltal EX will go down in 1 hit because it is weak to lightning. Here we have a Slurpuff Hollow, which has a very similar ability to Virizion EX, just with Fairy Energy instead of Grass. Nice, we get a Muscle Band there, which adds 20 damage to any Pokemon's attack. We get another one there, as well as the Supporter Cassius, which is basically like a Super Scoop Up without the flip. You can just take a Pokemon and all cards attached to it and put it back into your deck. Here is a very nice Venusaur EX full art. Probably won't see a lot of play, but it is cool to get a full art. And we also get a reverse Fairy Garden, which says if you have a Fairy Energy attached to one of your Pokemon, that Pokemon has free retreat. There we get a Mental Trash Malamar. Its first attack, Mental Trash of course, says your opponent flips 4 coins. For each Tails, they have to discard a card from their hands. So that, plus the new Trainer Red card, which I'll get into later, and the Supporter Getsis, could be an interesting deck and one that I want to try out. There's a Xerneas regular rare with that attack Geomancy, which allows you to search your deck for 2 basic Fairy Energy and attach them to one and another of your bench Pokemon. So 1 to 1 and another to another. There's a Blastoise EX. That one's probably not going to see a lot of play. I think Kelio Blastoise is good enough without that, and its Mega version, while good, isn't great. There's another Mental Trash Malamar, a Fairy Energy, and Hard Charm, which is like an Eviolite for everyone. It reduces damage by 20. There's a Shadow Circle Trainer, which allows any Pokemon with a Dark Energy attached to have no weakness, which could see some play. There we have another Professor Sycamore, and a Fairy Garden, so a pretty good pack for trainers. Moving on to our 118th pack, or I guess 118th going down, we have another Xerneas rare, a Team Flare Grunt reverse. Team Flare Grunt is a supporter that allows you to automatically discard one of your opponent's energy attached to one of their Pokemon, I think. It's either that or it may just be active Pokemon. I cannot remember. But here we have Muscle Band and Professor Juniper, a pretty decent pack, as well as Gourgeist, which is a little reminiscent of that Plasma Raticate, where one of its attacks allows you to put damage counters on both active Pokemon until each only has 10 HP left. So that could see maybe some play in a rogue deck, maybe not, all that. It could not all be that great in a deck because it's very risky to put all but 10 damage on your own Pokemon, but it could see some play. Get some cheap knockouts on EXs or something. There are a few more trainers there. Shadow Circle, Professor's Letter, Team Flare Grunt, and that Touchdown Chestnut, which is not very good at all. It's by far the worst of the Final Evolution Kalos starter cards. Here's that red card I was talking about. It's an item card that says your opponent has to shuffle their hand into their deck and draw 4 cards. So that is going to see a lot of play in a variety of decks, including but not limited to Malamar. There's Trevenant, which is a basically Stage 1 version of Gothitelle that has been printed a few times, that when it's your active Pokemon, it shuts down your opponent from using item cards. So that could see a fair amount of play. It is weak to Dark, though, so Darkrai Yveltal decks, especially if they run Keldeo and Floatstone, could easily get by that. And now I believe we are on our last pack here, and it is going to contain a Talonflame Hollow and a Rainbow Energy. Those are probably the most notable things. So that is going to do it. We have opened 34 packs this part. I will have live commentary in the last 3 parts of these videos. And don't forget, part 4 is going to have 36 packs opened up. I hope to get some actual battles for you up as well. So thank you for bearing with me, and thank you guys for watching. Please subscribe if you haven't already, like and favorite the video, and leave a comment below. And until next time, I will see you guys later.